Howdy, Fi Guys. I am 27, and to be honest, here we go.
There it
I
goes.
feel like I'm drowning right now. Here we go. Last week you said that there's a theme, and I'm starting to see that theme pop up already. I feel like I'm drowning right now. I'm unemployed, my savings are shrinking, and I can't shake the feeling that everyone else has life figured out except for me. My friends are climbing the career ladder, buying houses, starting families, and posting those polished milestones online. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here refreshing job portals, sending out resumes into the void, and collecting rejection emails like it's my new hobby. Oh, and
I've
there.
been there.
Yep. It's not like I've never worked before. I've had jobs, retail, office gigs, freelance projects, but none of them felt stable or meaningful. Now, it feels like I've pieced together years of experience that don't actually add up to anything that matters on paper. The worst part is the worst part isn't even the unemployment. It's the spiral, the mental loop of comparison, shame, self-doubt. Sometimes I get bursts of motivation, but I don't know where to channel it. Other days, I wake up and feel paralyzed. Like sending one email is like climbing a mountain. Can't help but wonder, did I waste my 20s? Did I miss some secret roadmap that everyone else seems to have? I want to believe that it's not too late. We're going to ban that. We're going to ban that part from all future mailbags. Is it too late? Promise you it's not too late. I want to believe that it's not too late, that I still have time to build something worthwhile. But the pressure is heavy and it is real. And it is all in the mind. If either of you have ever been in a place like this, where you're feeling stuck behind or that your life is in neutral while the world is speeding past you, I'd love to hear your story. Maybe I just need proof that this stage isn't the end, but a messy middle before the turning point. Thanks for reading from Behind the Line. Will I be fine? Because I'm feeling the cost of being lost. Well, he's 27.
He's
He's
done.
at the end of it. I mean, this is like 1737. I mean, that's 27. That's pretty old. I mean, you're finished.
Yep. Good luck.
Respawn.
That's
Good
it.
luck. Yeah, we gotta respawn. I'm gonna cut the mailbag right there. We're gonna win of the week. Um, no, clearly there's plenty of time left. 27. You're a child. You're essentially a child still. Even if you were 30, right? Even if you were 35, 40, you're a child, right? In the grand scheme of things, right? And it's ironic because I'm right around that age too. So it's child calling another person child. But there is no secret roadmap. I mean, everything you see on social media is a lie. Everything you see anywhere is usually a lie. And, don't trust humans and just judge yourself based on who you were yesterday.
Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things nowadays, right? It's our new normal is just comparison. And it makes everyone feel like they are broken. Like everyone else has this stuff, and I'm the only one who is uniquely me, uniquely special, and can't figure it out. I have a friend, a really good friend who is a what is it called? OBGYN. So they deliver babies and all the good stuff, right? And one of the things that she will tell me is every so often, you'll run into somebody that is very afraid, very scared, and like they think like my pregnancy is this like unique pregnancy and I can't handle it. Like I'm the most special person in the world. And it might not be the nicest thing, but every so often she'll just tell them like, what makes you so special that your pregnancy is different than all the other pregnancies in all of history, that you can't make it through it. Everyone else has gotten through it, or not everyone, but like majority of people, everyone that's come into this world means that somebody else made it through it, but you can't make it through. And sometimes you see like the common pain, the common anguish, the common struggles that we all have. Then you can see like, oh, this is just the way. This is normal. In fact, telling everyone that my life is perfect, that I don't have issues is abnormal. So for our listener, first I want to tell you, like, you're not broken. You're 27 years old and feeling behind is common. It's common into your 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s. It doesn't stop. but it's usually because you're measuring yourself against somebody else's scoreboard and somebody else that's only showing you their wins. And now you get to compare your insides, all the feelings that you know you have inside you, all the reasons that you are where you are against external stuff, stuff that you have no idea what's going on behind the lie. Most of people's wins you see online are just the highlight reels. They're not the full game. I don't go to ESPN and watch like a full watch like the highlights and be like, man, I missed the best game ever. Because it could have been 60 minutes of nothing and they're going to cut it down to the best 5 plays. Comparison is a thief of joy. I'm going to take it a step further. Just my onset comparison is the thief of joy. Friends buying houses, friends climbing the corporate ladder, friends posting family pictures, random people posting family pictures and all those things doesn't mean they're happier and more secure than you are. Many people, and I can tell you this as a financial consultant, advisor, and coach, are drowning in debt, stress, or they're in golden handcuffs. So I don't want you to mistake their emotion for meaning. Because a lot of us, we feel if I had the money, then I would feel the way that I think they feel. And you have to realize how many times I had to say think. And then you realize that if I'm thinking something, if I'm saying this is the way it should be, that's just a story. I'm just making up a story willy-nilly and believing the BS that I told myself. You have to be able to reframe that I lost as I'm between chapters. Like you're not failing in any way, shape, or form. You're in a transition. Unemployment is not permanent unless you make it permanent. So it's a phase where you get to decide what your next moves are. But that means that you have to continually try and be disciplined and beat that motivation and take that motivation and put it at something. You have to build structure before you build success. Without having like a daily anchor, a daily something, it's easy to start to spiral down. So I want you to set up a simple routine. That means you have to wake up at a set time every day, block off 2 to 3 hours where you're just job searching or trying to get your skills better. That gives yourself permission to rest and create something. That's what you need. Because again, discipline beats motivation. Motivation wanes. But discipline is something that can keep on going indefinitely. If you're stuck in between jobs right now, it's a terrible job market. I don't care what the government says. I don't care what the job boards say. It's not good. And that's just, we're all in the same boat. So I want you to audit your skills, not just the jobs that you've applied for. Forget the resume titles for a minute. What problems have you solved? And what skills do you bring to the table? Because you have the ability to package those differently and change how you see yourself and how employers see you. Because it starts with the way you see yourself is the way that you can market yourself to other people. And you have the ability now with AI like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, to be able to go there and make your resume be amazing and tailored to every single job based off of your things. You just have to teach them what you want. And here's another pro tip. I would recommend telling the AI to make sure that my resume can be easily read by AI. Because the old way of making a really nice looking resume doesn't work anymore because it always ends up going through an AI filter. So try to make your resume as boring as possible. But I digress. The biggest thing that you need to do is you need to start with the small wins. If you can only apply to 3 jobs a day, not 30, that's okay. If you need to just take it from learning 1 new skill online a month, and that does, or if you have to volunteer or do some freelance work to rebuild your confidence and your momentum, I want you to realize that wins stack up faster when you focus small. And if you keep on getting those wins under your belt, you're going to feel like you're making progress. Dominic, do you have anything to say?
I think you touched on something absolutely brilliant right there. You said, go volunteer, right? Go get some more skills, go get some more things, right? If you feel like you are not where you're supposed to be, if you feel like you are in trouble, that you're falling behind, go volunteer. Go volunteer at a soup kitchen, at a homeless shelter, at, feeding America somewhere, right? You'll see what behind looks like. You'll see what pain looks like. You'll see what real suffering looks like. And you'll start to understand that, hey, I actually am fine, right? When I went and volunteered on Thanksgiving to give Thanksgiving meals to people that were underprivileged, it changed my life. Genuinely, it was one of those moments that stuck with me. How excited for something that's, you know, $100 worth of groceries, a turkey, all the fixings, right? It meant the world to them. And it stick with me this whole time, right? So whenever I'm in like a bad situation, it's like, well, guess what? Both my parents are still alive. That's pretty awesome. I would give pretty much anything and everything to be right where I am right now. And having an attitude of gratitude is what's going to help you get back to where you need to be mentally. Yes, I agree. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No.
I had to say it that, if you are in a bad spot, right, and you don't have a job, right, and like Chris said, you're 2, 3 hours a day sending out resumes, be of use in the community as well. Go volunteer. I mean, if your time isn't being used up, be useful still, because there's a lot of people who need help. And that really, it could really impact not just you, but, everyone around you. And I just wanted to preface that. And also, if you do have a job, continue learning and building skills like every month. That should be like a given as well. Like just because you have a job, don't get comfortable, please. That's how you stay in the job for like 50 years.
And the nice thing about volunteering is you don't know where it can end up. You don't go to volunteer to get a job, but like they very often can turn into jobs or into skills that make you better. So the most important thing you need to do is invest in others and invest in yourself. You have the ability in this day and age to read books, podcasts, online courses, just play with ChatGPT or any AI all day and just go down the rabbit hole. Because right now the job market is terrible. That's just the way it is. And I guarantee you the job market will change. And the skills that you build today will begin to compound for you for life. Your 20s have not been wasted and they are not a waste. They're the training grounds. Even the quote unquote bad jobs taught you about what doesn't fit for you. And that's valuable data that most people ignore because they end up going from the same thing over and over and over again without ever realizing that the problem is them. The problem is that they keep on putting themselves inside the same shitty situation over and over and over again and not understanding that they're the ones doing it to themselves. You still have time. People reinvent their careers in their 30s, 40s, and even 50s. I've done it. I mean, I'm only in my 30s. I've reinvented my career like 3 times. The pressure you feel is real. Like the way that you feel right now, it's real and everyone is going through it. But that also means that it's a signal that you care about where you're headed. And that's a good thing. Because what you don't want to do is what I see when I work with some young people is that they just have a sense of nihilism of what the hell is the point of any of it. Action beats rumination. When we're stuck ruminating, scared about what we're going to do, that's what ends up spiraling us down. But if we take any action, even if it's just getting out of bed, going to work, applying for a job, it makes you feel better and it shows you that you are the person that can do something about it when there's a problem. So when in doubt, just do something. Send one application, take a walk around the block, write 1 page of something. Action creates momentum and momentum kills that death spiral of thinking about yourself, thinking that everyone is in a better place than you are, because I guarantee you they're not. We're all putting out the highlight reels. The only thing that's abnormal is that everyone tries to convince you that they are normal. So you're 27, you got a lot of life left to live. I hope that from these viewer mailbags, people are really saying that like we're all struggling with the same things, because I feel like every week is the exact same thing from people who are younger and younger and younger, older and older and older. Just because you're going through it, it does not make you special. And that should be that should be alleviating to know that,
Agreed.
oh, we're all in it. And that's okay.
Well, guys, that's going to do it for our viewer mailbag section of the podcast.
This video podcast is sponsored by Monzon Wealth. The content in this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We do not endorse specific products or services. Past performance does not guarantee future results. The opinions expressed are those of the host and guests, not the podcast sponsor.
It is crucial to consult with a qualified financial advisor or professional who can provide advice tailored to your specific needs before making any financial decisions, investments, or taking any other actions. If you are seeking specified help, you can reach out to Chris at monzonwealth.com.